Joining me right now is one featherweight champion, Martin Nguyen. What's going on, Martin?
What's up, man, bro? It's good. It's always good to talk to you, man.
Good, man. You over in Japan right now? You're back on this side of the planet. How you feeling?
Freaking jet lag, but yeah, it's good to be on this side of the planet. Everything's going well. I'm here for the fights on Sunday, so everything should be going a good plan, man.
All right, man. Well, it's been a long. Who is that?
Jay, you stuck out.
Oh, Stakio. Your last fight, man, was 9 months ago. It's probably one of the longest layoffs you've had in that time period. You relinquished the lightweight title. You recover from injuries. Does that setback, the last fight, still play in your mind, or has it been so long that you don't even think about it anymore?
Yeah, I think I've come to the conclusion that I've moved on from that bout. I learned from my mistakes, and I learned a lot about my body. Regenerated. I'm more fixed up. I'm hungry again. I'm ready to go. So come April 12th, you'll see you probably see the same hungry fighter, but yeah, willing to kill.
Well, last time we talked, you mentioned that you were going to go ahead stateside for your camp. We found out that you are going to Hard Knocks 365. You've been there for 5 weeks of your camp. When you first walked into the doors the first day, what were the emotions like? Was it like your first day of school?
It was like I started mixed martial arts again. It's like, I've watched them all over Instagram and all the YouTube videos, and actually walking through the doors and actually becoming an athlete, fighting out of there. It was so surreal. It was like the first day of school. The butterflies were running, stomach was turning. Seeing all the guys that you watch on TV fight, meeting in real life, training with them. It's so surreal.
Was there an adjustment period, or were you able to blend it immediately?
Yeah, so I had done a pre-camp, like a 2.5 week, 3 week pre-camp before going over to Hard Knocks. So I was somewhat 75% ready already, and look, I kind of blended in well. It's not like they try to kill you there. Everyone's willing and always working hard to get better, and you can't get better without nobody's there. So we're all conservative. We train hard, but we also look after each other like a family as well. So when it came to training out of Hard Knocks, man, everyone has a goal and a mission, and that's to become a world champion. Not only a world champion, but the best athlete they can be. So training around success, man, only breeds success. So it's a blessing, man.
Being at a super camp, did you add anything different to your training or recovery while in Florida?
Yeah, so the main thing that I picked up from a lot was the recovery side. Man, I'm a gamer, so when I was at home for the last 2 years, 2 years, all I got was like 4 to 5 hours sleep. My wife was telling me, get your ass into bed. When I was gaming all night, I'd sleep at like 2 a.m. and I'd wake up at 7 a.m. or 8 a.m. the next morning, and that was my days, 2 years straight. And since being at Aung La's house, I had not been able to open up my laptop and play any games because I was so wrecked. And recovery has been on point. Everything we're doing has been on point nutrition-wise. Rest has been there, and since training at Hard Knocks, it's all about sharpening up my tools. Obviously learning a lot and learning along the process, but it's more sharpening everything that I already had.
Having Aung La, another double division champion next to you, alongside you day in and day out, how beneficial was it for you to have him there and kind of make you feel comfortable in a new environment?
Yeah, definitely. Having Aung La around, just in general, he's such a positive person. There's no negativity that comes out from his mouth. Everything he speaks of is through the journey he's gone through, and when you sit down, you speak with him, you have dinner with him, you go out with him and his family. It's all positive vibes, and there's no hatred or anything against anyone. We do our hard yards. We go to training. We put our bodies on the line. We go home, we eat lunch together. We do our thing. We sleep. We go back to training. Everything's just it's basically this whole fight camp has been positive vibes only. So being around Aung La has been a blessing, and having him in my corner would definitely be a double plus.
You also have an all-star coaching staff down there: Henry Hoof, Greg Jones, Kami Barzini. What do each of them bring to the table that makes you want to absorb their knowledge?
Man, they bring experience. They bring the time and experience that they put into the fight game. I mean, someone can be. Just hearing around and just thinking about it myself. Some coaches out there call themselves a super coach, but to be a super coach, you got to be in a specific discipline for 30 plus years. Man, we've got 3 world-class coaches in their respective martial arts coming together. Man, that's like 90 plus years all together. And you got someone like Henry who's been in the striking game for so long. You got Greg Jones and the wrestling family, the Jones family, and you also got Kami Bazani, who's been in the whole MMA. He's been all over the MMA world, and bringing all 3 together and having all 3 wise men come together creates the most perfect athlete. And you've seen it in Kamaru Usman's last bout. That was the perfect performance. So. Well, that's what they breed, man. They breed fighters like that.
Well, now let's go to your upcoming fight, April 12th, Roots of Honor in Manila. You're defending your title against Jadambaa. Was he the first choice for this upcoming title defense?
He was the only bout that really made sense. And to be able to go up against Jadambaa, a former world champion, if I do my job on the night and I do take out Jadambaa, that means I've taken out all the former champions before me. So solidifies my spot in the top of the weight division. So he was the only guy that made sense at the time. He was injured. We were meant to take our bout back in February 22nd on the Singapore card, but he was injured and other people weren't ready. So I waited. I had to wait, and April 12th is just around the corner. It's time for me to do my thing.
Defeating Jadambaa in this upcoming fight, would this symbolize to you that you become the greatest featherweight champion in promotional history?
Yeah, I think defeating Jadambaa would solidify my spot as one championship's most dominant featherweight champion. So we'll see what happens. I'm not going to look past it. I'm not going to definitely look past the glory that comes to it. But I'll wait until fight night. I'll see what Jadambaa brings, and I'll adapt, and I'll utilize all my skills and tools that I have learned from Henry, and let it come to play.
Manila, Mall of Asia, you competed there so many times. Does it feel like a second home for you?
Man, I was only talking to Brendan Vera last night. He was telling me I should be like a Filipino citizen. I've got I always say this, I've got a love-hate relationship with the Filipinos. If I'm not fighting a Filipino, then they love me. If I am fighting a Filipino, then they hate me. So it's a love-hate relationship. It's going to be Thriller in Manila Part 4 for me. So the Filipino fans, they're very, very passionate, and that's what I love. People who are passionate about a sport and cheer on their favorite fighter.
This is your first fight for 2019. What is in the pipeline for the rest of the year? I know you're not looking past Jadambaa, but have you sat down and talked to Chatri and about your future?
I have goals and I have ideas in mind, but I wanna sit down and talk to Chatri before anything else happens. But definitely I'm not ruling out the bantamweight division again. But also I might make a surprise visit to another martial arts. So we'll see what happens.
Oh, okay, that sounds good. All right. One other thing, TJ Dillashaw. Let's talk about him a little bit. We talked about him last time. He was flagged for adverse findings by USADA. Did you always have your suspicions about him? You know, the way he looked, the way he trained.
Look, if ex teammates had outed him already, then there's no doubt in mind that one time part of his life he's been on it before. So um, whether he was on it then or whether he was on it now, it does not change the person he is. But in terms of what he's achieved, it does not count. So when I started posting up like little memes here and there that everyone was sharing, which I thought it was funny. Like I was getting hate messages saying like you should at least try to achieve the things that he has achieved. I'm like, man, what he has achieved does not count no more. He's a cheat. That's it. Very simple. Everything that he's done does not count. It's not honorable. So yeah. As I was getting those hate messages, and I was thinking to myself, whatever he's achieved, he's a cheat, man. You gotta, at the end of the day, he's an athlete. He should know better. He's a role model, and to get flagged for PEDs or steroids or whatever he got flagged for without any justification from his side, is so far known as a cheat to me. So until he can prove otherwise, I think a lot of people will be thinking the same.
Well, he relinquished the title, the belt, automatically right when the news came out. Was that kind of funny to you?
No, that tells you that he knows that he's guilty right then and there. And plus, he's going to be out of the game for a while. They're obviously going to suspend him. And for him to hold on to the title, it's a bit selfish. So it's the same situation with me. If I held on to that lightweight title, that means I would have been selfish, you know. But it is what it is. Business has to go on as usual. I'm sure he'll come back and try to regain that title again. So.
All right, one last thing before I let you go. Music and sports, they come hand in hand. While you were in Florida, did you get to, expose yourself to new artists, new music, your new teammates? Did they expose you? What were you listening to down there?
Man, I was like, really? I didn't really listen to any music. The music that was cranking in the gym that was going off was what I usually listen to. But yeah, Aung La's like a country guy. Aung La and his wife listen to country, so I listened to a bit of country. There's a few fighters that just listen to just soul music and just melody tunes to calm their nerves, or it's their space. So I got to experience different types of tunes and what they do to other athletes. For me, I'm like rap, hip hop type, future, designer, all that type of stuff, and everyone else is like jazz, country. I'm like, man, how could you listen to this? But it's their thing, man. It's their thing. Everyone's different. Everyone's built different.
All right, man. April 12th, Manila, One Roots of Honor. You're defending your title against Jadambaa. It's always an honor, Martin. Thank you for your time, and good luck to you, sir.
Thanks, bro. Thank you.